Something special is happening in Tampa Bay, and barely anyone's talking about it. A storm is building inside this defense, and it starts with one young safety who's quietly turning into the next Antoine Winfield Jr. He's not just learning, he's leading. And the moment this kid fully arrives, the entire NFC is going to feel it. Because this isn't just another highlight reel story. This is the beginning of a defensive transformation, a story about pride, hunger, and the next generation of Buccaneer football. When you watch Tampa Bay right now, it's easy to focus on the big names. Baker Mayfield's fire, Mike Evans' consistency, or Winfield's dominance. But behind all that noise, there's a new heartbeat in this defense. His name? Ty Smith. He's only in his second year, but you can already feel his energy on the field, the confidence, the aggression, the way he reads plays like a veteran. Every snap tells a story. A kid who's studying the greats and slowly carving out his own legacy. What's wild is how eerily similar his growth looks to the early days of Antoine Winfield Jr. The same instincts, the same speed, the same hunger to prove he belongs among the best. Coaches say he's everywhere, in the locker room first, on the field last, studying film like his career depends on it, because to him, it does. And while fans around the league are still sleeping on him, Tampa Bay's defense knows exactly what's brewing. The duo of Winfield and Smith could become something terrifying, a safety tandem that defines the next era of Buccaneers football. This is how greatness starts, not with a big name or a fancy headline, but with quiet work, passion, and belief. So here's the question, Bucs Nation. Are we witnessing the rise of Tampa's next defensive star before our very eyes? Drop your take in the comments. On a scale from 1 to 10, how confident are you in this new generation of Buccaneers defense? You can feel it now. This isn't just hype. The comparison between Ty Smith and Antoine Winfield Jr. is real. The numbers prove it. Through the 2025 season, Smith has already racked up 58 tackles, standing among Tampa Bay's top defenders. He's flying across the field, closing gaps, and finishing plays like a man on a mission. You can see flashes of Winfield in every tackle, that same fire, that same precision. Remember how Winfield became the heart of this defense with his all-around impact. 122 tackles in 2023, constant blitz pressure, forced fumbles, and clutch interceptions. Ty Smith is walking that same path, step for step. But here's where it gets scary for the rest of the NFC. Smith isn't just copying Winfield. He's building on him. 2 sacks. 7 passes defended. Multiple key stops that completely flip the momentum of games. He's not waiting for plays to come to him. He's creating them. And the similarities go deeper than stats. Both are almost identical in size. Smith at 5 feet 10 inches, 202 pounds. Winfield at 5 feet 9 inches, 203. Both play with that fearless, compact energy, small frames with massive impact. And both thrive in Todd Bowles' aggressive defensive system, where safeties don't just cover, they attack. Bowles loves using them as chess pieces. One moment, they're dropping into zone. The next, they're crashing the pocket. When both safeties can tackle, blitz, and cover at an elite level, the playbook becomes a weapon. That's exactly what's happening right now. Tampa Bay's defense is suddenly unpredictable. Quarterbacks can't read the pressure. Offensive lines can't tell who's coming, and receivers can't find open lanes because these two are everywhere. Winfield and Smith together could redefine what a modern safety duo looks like. 2 playmakers with identical instincts, feeding off each other's aggression and IQ. Every time Smith punches the ball loose, every time Winfield races down a runner in the open field, you can feel the future forming. This is how dynasties start. With players who don't wait to be stars, they become them. Tampa Bay isn't just maintaining a great defense. They're building the next generation of it. But here's the thing. While Smith's breakout is turning heads, there's another reason behind Tampa Bay's 6-2 dominance, a reason that's been hiding in plain sight. Stay tuned, because what Baker Mayfield is leading right now might be even more important than anyone realizes. Something special is happening in Tampa Bay, and it starts with one man, Baker Mayfield. Bucs fans, you already feel it every Sunday. The energy, the calm, the confidence. This team isn't 6-2 by accident. It's because the quarterback has finally figured it out. Last year, Baker threw 16 interceptions. This year, only 2. That's not luck. That's growth. That's maturity. Head coach Todd Bowles said something that explains everything. He revealed that Baker has finally learned the art of control, understanding when to take a shot, when to throw it away, and when to just live for the next play. Bowles said, "He knows how the game is flowing, not just offensively, but defensively too." That awareness changes everything. Baker isn't forcing plays anymore. He's reading the whole field, feeling the defense, seeing traps before they happen, and protecting the football like it's the most valuable thing in the world. And it shows in the numbers. 1,919 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, 98.1 passer rating. His best since 2020, 61.0 QBR. Proof of efficiency and leadership. When Baker keeps the ball safe, the team wins. Simple as that. The only 2 games he's thrown a pick? Both were losses. That's how powerful ball security is. That's how thin the line is between winning and losing in the NFL. And right now, Tampa Bay owns that line. They have the 3rd best turnover differential in football, +7. That means they're taking the ball away almost 3 times as often as they give it up. 12 takeaways. Only 5 turnovers. That's championship-level discipline. This version of Baker Mayfield feels different. He's not just playing football, he's leading. He's thinking like a veteran, commanding the field like a general, and earning respect every single week. But here's the wild part. While Baker's discipline is keeping Tampa Bay among the NFC's elite, there's a move on the horizon that could take them even higher. A blockbuster trade rumor is starting to swirl, one that could shake the entire conference. If this deal happens, the rest of the NFC won't just be watching the Bucs. They'll be fearing them. Stay tuned, because this next part might just blow your mind. Alright, Bucs Nation, hold on to your seats, because this rumor could change the entire NFC. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are being linked to a potential blockbuster trade for Kayvon Thibodeaux. Yes, that Kayvon Thibodeaux, the New York Giants' 5th overall pick from the 2022 draft. Just imagine this for a second. A 24-year-old pass rusher who racked up 11.5 sacks last season, lining up next to Yaya Diaby, Anthony Nelson, and Haason Reddick once he's healthy. That's not just a good pass rush. That's a nightmare for every quarterback in the NFC. Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox recently floated the idea, and it makes perfect sense. The Giants are struggling, sitting far from playoff contention. They've got depth at edge rusher, and what they need most right now is future draft capital. The Bucs, on the other hand, are flying high, sitting atop the NFC South, sitting at 6-2, and looking every bit like a contender. So here's the proposed deal. Tampa Bay sends a 2026 first-round pick, likely a late one, since we're making a playoff run, and in return, we get Thibodeaux, a proven young star entering his prime. That's a move that screams, "We're all in." And honestly, this is exactly the type of move that championship teams make. It's bold. It's aggressive. It's what turns playoff hopefuls into Super Bowl threats. The Bucs already rank 3rd in the NFL with 25 sacks through 8 games. Now picture adding Thibodeaux's speed, power, and relentless energy into that rotation. The pressure would be constant, waves of defenders coming from every angle. quarterbacks wouldn't have a single second to breathe. This is how dynasties are built. Not just by talent, but by attitude. By showing the rest of the league that Tampa Bay is done playing it safe. If Jason Licht pulls this off, it would send a loud, unmistakable message to the Eagles, Lions, Packers, and Rams. The Buccaneers are not just competing, we're coming for the crown. So, Bucs Nation, I've got to ask you. Would you make that trade? Would you give up a late first-round pick to bring in a young monster like Kayvon Thibodeaux? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear it straight from the fans. Because with Tyke Smith rising, Baker Mayfield protecting the football, and possibly Thibodeaux joining the mix, this team isn't just good. This team is dangerous. Fire the cannons, Bucs fans. The storm is just beginning.